There we go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. I thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to be present and to consider today's centering thought: how we deal with loss. I think it's a pretty important one that all of us in one way or another will face in our lives. Loss is something. There we go. Right? We'll lose many things in our lives. We'll lose time. We'll lose hair. We'll lose sanity, potentially. We'll lose money. We'll lose friends. We'll lose patience. We'll lose so much in our lives. Pretty much guaranteed. We'll lose a lot. And I want to talk about that. For instance, I don't know, as you can see, I don't know if this stream is live right now. So I am losing. I'm losing the part of me that knows what comes next because I don't. I don't know if what comes next is me moving closer to the Wi-Fi again. I'm sitting here specifically because there's a fan blasting right at me. Can you please? Yeah, yay, it's working. It's gonna work. There's myself. It's not working. Does this mean I'll have to move? Question. Maybe. Answer. Okay, it's working. It's actually working. Is it working? Stability enough. Glitch. And how long is it gonna be not glitching for? Okay, live again. I'm gonna have to accept that this is working. Yay! We have Neha joining us, saying hello. Tips hat to you. And we have Jovan here as well, saying, seeing loss is a reminder that the only thing we really have is this breath. And even that, we must give back. Wise words from Haywire Hill. Those are some wise words from Haywire Hill. That the only thing you get to hold is your breath. It's the only thing that's yours. And that too, you have to give back. So you can take another breath again. Right? If you only took one breath, you would get stagnant. You would die, having no breath in your lungs left. And in that same way, I think Joe is completely right that that's the way we should see loss. That losing something, losing friends, losing a family member, losing our train of thought by seeing that there are a bunch of new friends here. Hi, greetings to you, WKK. Greetings from Mongolia. I think you're the first person from Mongolia to join us here in South Africa. That's where I live right now. Love you too. Think Judea, saying, love you, brother. You must know me. And if you don't, then it's even more nice of you to love me. If you're new here, if this is the first time you're ever seeing my face, subscribe. It helps a lot. It helps me a lot. And it might help you see me again next time. It's a pleasure having you friends here. Today, I try to, every single one of these days, I come and I do a live stream. And then I try and talk about something centered. All right. Today's centering thought is around loss. Not so much loss as it relates to death, because I'm willing to admit that that's pretty rough. Big bummer if someone died. Why am I like this? I'm sorry. I should be more serious about this. This is a serious topic, right? But I'm talking about loss as it relates to the things you've lost, specifically the things, right? The material, the cell phone, for instance, I discovered that I had lost something yesterday. And this wasn't what inspired today's stream topic, just to like put that out there as well. Today's stream topic was more inspired by someone else's loss and me being in proximity to understand what that could feel like, but not feeling it directly necessarily. The thing I lost of my own was my little earplugs. I had these little earplugs for when I'm close to where the music is loud. I put these earplugs in, and then it's not as loud. And then it was loud again yesterday, and I wanted to put my earplugs in. So I go and fetch them, right? I know where they are in this little holder of theirs. And I open this little holder, and my earplugs are not in there. And I'm trying to like get my earplugs because I wanna rest a little bit. I wanted to sleep for a second, and I didn't want all of the external noise affecting me. So I just wanted some earplugs so I can just not have the external environment influencing me. And then I realized that my earplugs are gone, right? And of course, the first thing that I do is I try and figure out where did I lose them? When did I lose them? At what point were they lost? And I confirmed that I had lost them like the 24th of November last year. So they've been lost for a while, and there's no getting them back. And they're like $40. So I think they were like $40. More expensive than they're supposed to be. Hey! One of the dogs is destroying the carpets. So, like, it's not that big of a loss materially, relatively speaking, but still big enough of a loss that I didn't want to lose them. Hey! Stop doing that. You should stop doing that. Looks at me like I'm the bad guy. He's destroying the carpet. So yeah, right? A loss. Like, I don't want to lose the quality of the carpet, to say it in such words, right? So I'm getting involved. But I was laying there thinking about the fact that these earplugs have been lost. And it became very clear to me very quickly that the only thing that's really bad in this circumstance is me. Right? The act of losing something can be seen as bad, right? I should have been more vigilant. I shouldn't have lost the thing. I can see that as bad, right, to my own perspective. But the thing that I really think is bad is the reeling that happens in your head, where you keep almost like going back to, I should have done something differently, right? I should have done it like this then. I should have like this then, right? And that is lost, right? And during the yoga today, I was almost likening losing something to the way it becomes a part of the past, right? And all of us have pasts. All of us have different pasts. I see a message from one of the friends. My comments aren't refreshing here for some reason. Okay, guess we're gonna have to wait and see what the comment says here. In the same way that some of our pasts might have been hard, might have been unenjoyable, might have been something we wanted to get past, all right? We should see the things we lose in the same way. That if you lose something, be it finances, be it friends, be it things, to see it as being owned by your past. Right? And I know that this is some mental gymnastics that I'm trying to encourage here. But that's the way I process it. That's the only way for me to process it. Is to realize that this thing that I used to have is now a part of my past. And it will influence my future going forward. This is true. But it will only influence me as much as I let it. Right? Again, coming back to the bad side of losing things, is that it is you who, it's your own mind, it's your own belief that you have lost something of so much value that you're never going to be okay again, as a result of it. I think I'm missing some comments. I see you see. I'm going to read your comment now, WKKK. But I do see Jovan saying, it reminds us to love what we have in the moment, in the present. How many people do we know that would smile big if we said hello? You're completely right. I'm trying to think how I can relate today's stream topic to that as well. I'm sure I will in a second. WK says, I've heard someone who's lost and has lots of questions but never gets it answered should try ayahuasca. Any comments for it? I don't know if you're still here, WK, but I would never give you advice on what I think you should put in your own body, right? When it comes to like water and whole foods, that I'll encourage all day. Responsibility for that whole experience. And I can't. You might lose parts of yourself in that experience. And that can be good because you might want to step into a future where certain parts of yourself is lost. Right? For instance, if I had to, and I haven't had ayahuasca myself just yet, I've only had the before for, right? I've had dimethyltryptamine, the actual active compound in ayahuasca. And that was like a 5 to 10 minute experience, all 3 times. And in that way, every single time I came back from that experience, I had lost my separation. We can say it in so many words. The version of me that considered myself separate from reality. The version of me that considered myself separate from you. The version of me that considered myself separate from the air I'm breathing right now and my hands moving through space-time, right? That version of me died. And the version of me that got reborn, that walked away from that loss, gained perspective that you can't pay for. Right? Like that day, the perspective that I got made it very clear to me that the things that I consider valuable, right? And we are talking about loss, the losing of things today. Hey, Joy Vive. That version of me, hello, Mama. See, there's a Bobby being held, holding the baby. He doesn't like being held much. Hallo, Sessa. Oom Nicola was hier zo geweest, samen met zijn dochter. Maar ik kon dat niet geholpen, nee, ongelukkig. Van, dat die ik nog $245,000 gemaakt heeft. It's buttons. There's no buttons to make it work. So now, wat ik vandaag something, you gain it as a part of your past. And the fact that you're still here right now means that you are holding everything that you've ever had. Right? In your past. In your past, sure. But in that same way, you're also holding all of this potential future that's still awaiting you. Yeah, exactly. Mom says because you're learning. You're learning from this moment. I spent some time getting work done. No. I got most of my work done today. I wanted to say I got all my work done, but it's not true. I got most of my work done. So I lost, technically. The version of me that still had to do that work. He's now a part of the past. You can lose things you want to lose as well. You can lose weight. I feel like I need to lose weight again, for example. Look at this. I'm sorry that you had to see that. This is my first Dynavap of the day as well. I've been smoking significantly less. Down from 9 to 11 times a day, probably to 3 to 4 times these days. Which model as well to maybe give us even more perspective and along the way of the fan. Better lighting. Am I going to be a ground sitter? I suppose so. Internet should be better. At least this I hope. So, the 6 points goes as such. Practice and self-awareness through journaling. I do need to start journaling again. The universe has been telling me over and over. What I'm going to do in the meanwhile is I'm going to shorten your legs. So you can sit down with me. There you go. Isn't that more comfy? Totally. This thing is not level. Writing down the story of your loss. Include how it came about, the feelings around it, and what you wish had been different. Suddenly surrounded by doggers. The doggerkies. Hello, dog. Hello, dogger. Good thing you have a cat journal. My cat journal is very specific. My cat journal is the only thing that actually has been seeing my handwriting as of late, Joyvi. So you are not far off with your recommendation thereof. Ruben and Olivia, I've never seen it spelled that way. I like that. I haven't seen it spelled that way either. But I haven't seen the name Olivia that much either. I think it's said Olivia. Might be wrong on that as well. Yeah, highlighting the lesson and the memories. On a fresh page, list everything that you've gained or learned because of that person, thing, or situation that was in your life. That's very helpful as well. Why this helps? Journaling allows you to see the broader picture. You're given proper space to the sadness or regret. You're giving proper space to the sadness or regret, but you're also capturing the significance and the value that existed before, and I want to say, and after the loss. Transforming your loss into gratitude. That helps. How can I be grateful for the things that I've lost? Actually, this is a good mental experiment, and I think Struthless is the one who taught me this lesson, where he goes, you should ask yourself how this bad thing that happened to you is actually the best thing that has ever happened to you. Right? And see what answers your brain comes up with. And that one has helped me as well. Asking myself, how is this loss the best thing that's ever happened to me, whatever the loss is? Reflect on what was good. If you lost a relationship, for instance, honor the moments that brought you laughter, growth, or comfort. It's Express gratitude, quietly or out loud. I'm thankful this was part of my journey because it taught me a lot. Taught me the lessons that I needed to know. I feel myself accepting my losses even more just going through this list already. Yeah. Why it helps. Gratitude counterbalances the pain of loss. It does. It does do that. Reminding you that the experience left you richer in knowledge, insight, and resilience. It did. It did do that. I'm grateful for this doggo. Lap dog, Iloita sweetie. It does seem to be like a baby Jack Russell thing. He hasn't done it that much, but I remember Pippi and Kiki frequenting the laps. They had to. He's like, what are you doing? Share your experience with a support system. Talking to a friend or a professional, tell them about what happened, how you feel, and what it means to you now. If you wanted to, you were welcome to do that here as well. Loss can absolutely be a win. Rejection is protection. I like that. I've never seen those words combined like that, but I like it. I've been getting rejected a lot. Like a lot. I've applied for like 4 jobs in the last month and a half, at least. And yeah, rejection seems to be a theme. And to see it as protection is something I can be grateful for. I can get behind that. Create a memory swap session. If it's a shared loss, like a friend group losing someone or something, exchange positive memories. That's nice. Memory swap sessions. Why it helps. We are social creatures. Sharing stories of loss can lighten the emotional load and help you see fresh perspectives that you might not have considered. I feel we've talked about ARPAN in that way, right? As one of the losses we've experienced as a community. And we have talked about that a lot, so I feel like that is pretty relatable. Honor what was lost. Create a meaningful ritual. Light a candle, plant a tree, or compile a photo album. I think lighting a candle is nice. Symbolically, at the very least. Symbolize the lesson learned. Maybe you were wearing a bracelet or you keep a keepsake to remind you of how you grew from this event. It's true. Why it helps. Rituals and symbols offer a tangible way to acknowledge loss while still holding onto its significance and the lessons it taught you. Giving yourself permission to grow forward. Acknowledging both pain and hope. Acknowledge both pain and hope. It's possible to grieve and to simultaneously envision a life that has been shaped in a constructive way by that loss. Set small goals that reflect your new insights. Maybe the loss taught you the importance of time with loved ones. Commit to a weekly call or video chat with people you really care about. Good advice. Why it helps. Recognizing that you can and will keep moving forward encourages you to build something new out of what was lost, rather than feeling stuck. And the last point on this list is recognize that your loss is a part of your life's narrative, your story. Make meaning of the hard chapter. Think of your life as a story. This chapter of loss is challenging, but it shapes the larger narrative of who you are. Acknowledge your strength. Notice how you've continued living and loving despite the pain. This is resilience. And why it helps. Viewing your losses as a part of your larger tapestry gives them context, and helps you see they don't define you, but rather inform your growth. Absolutely. Gratitude for the ability to relive the memories of what once was. Without the experience, then there would be no memories. This is one of the lessons that has helped me through so much. I love that, Jean. I think I have a hard time sometimes. It's like cool. Shantae has melty dress.
No, it's not a dress.
Dress pants.
Oh, pants.
You want to show the people?
This is a dandy. I can look at you.
Me and Mom are looking at clothing. It has pockets. Are those pockets? Yeah, it's nice, huh?
This is kunstjes, maar in ballerina vibes.
She said it's giving art teacher and ballerina.
Yeah, art teacher and ballet vibes.
Dat is like mooi. Yeah, I would also rock that.
Yeah.
Not a dress,
Yeah.
totally. I think the boobs are too much. Like, I don't think that will work that well on me. Right? Like that is a very feminine top piece. Yeah.
Ja, het is een vrouwensbroek.
No, I wouldn't be able to rock it. But I would like to believe I could. Why it helps. Viewing your losses is a part of a larger tapestry, yeah. So, finally, to top it off, remember, it's often said that without loss, we wouldn't fully understand what it means to have. That one is hitting me smack dab in the face. I want to read that one again. It is often said that without loss, we wouldn't fully understand what it means to have. That doesn't diminish the hardship of losing, but it can help us appreciate how each person or experience we once had has contributed to who we are today. In that sense, we've kept something essential, even when it feels like everything else was taken away. I like that. Those were good pieces of advice. Thank you. Thank you. Talk about. Let me quickly check chat again. I want to read your words instead. Zoom, 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 zoom. You have to take the sour with the sweet. Without the sweet, wouldn't be as sweet. Without it, the sweet wouldn't be as sweet. I think you said the same thing. I think you basically dropped the wisdom that was shared at the end, right? That I had to read again. That without loss, we wouldn't know what it means to have. Maybe that's why we get so obsessed with having things. It's because this world makes us lose a lot. I wanted to say everything, but it's not everything. Because here you are. You're not lost, are you? No. Here you are. You're found. Always found right in the here and the now. And the cool part about this is, it is, multidimensional. You can be here and now with me live. Some of you are. You can be here and now with me tomorrow. what my tomorrow would be. You could be here and now 10,000 years from now if the internet remains and keeps the information. All right, that's pretty wild. And yet, here we are. We're not lost. We're not the lost one. We've lost things. We've lost people, we've lost stuff. But we're not lost. And not really. Not really when we can so easily find ourselves again. Hey, Mr. Merkabastic, what a pleasure. I watched one of your meditation streams, bro. And it brought me a smile as well, seeing you get into it. Love is true. Sending you blessings. Yes, sharing memories is a good one for sure, because your memory may be a new story to another set of ears, and so it keeps the energy of the lost one or thing alive. It's true. I think Coco really went into detail about that as an idea, right? That you only continue to exist as much as you are remembered, right? And honoring our loved ones by remembering them in that way. Cute. I'll be sure to tell her. I'm surprised she did not tackle her and steal her giant pants. I have extreme restraint and maximal self-control. Totally. Totally. That's true. You cannot prove otherwise. It's a great jumper. South Africa has nice fashion. How does something like that? What does something like that cost? How much? Shantai! She's not in shouting distance. Go! I don't have any devices on me either, other than these ones. Actually, I can use this one. Christian sent me a track, some music to listen to. Watch. I'm gonna sacrilege. I don't know. Is this sacrilege? Calling someone while they're in the same house as you are. We're gonna space and time this. She just has to answer her phone. I didn't think that was gonna be the bottleneck. My sinuses hasn't. It has these moments of relief, but for the most part, it's just bad. I'm pretty sure mom and my sister are actually like sick. Like they got something in the town. The way it's registering for me is just like the air is stuffy everywhere. It feels like. Ha ha. No answer on the phone call. I'll let you know as soon as she's in shouting distance, Jamie. You'll be the first to know exactly what something like that costs. Without sour, no sweet. Without loss, no grasp of what's had. As above, so below. Kinda jinx. I love how Joe was jinxing me while I was talking about the jinx that Joy Vive Jad. Jess. Totally. Joy. People in South Africa dress so nice. But granted, my frame of reference is Midwest. People will go to the supermarket in pajama pants here. You'll have some people like that. But for the most part, that's kind of frowned upon. My sinuses. I want nanomachines. I don't know why I want nanomachines. Right? Feels like there is just like a bunch of stuffing put in my nasal cavities to the point where it like pulled my eyes shut. Dresses and outfits were very colorful with pretty patterns. Such fashion, much pretty. It makes me so happy. I don't pay attention much to that always, to be completely honest. But I should probably be better at it. Right? For other people, I have to almost like notice that they were trying to stand out before I'll compliment what they're wearing. Right? Like I'm more likely to say, I like your outfit, right? Seeing it like you're putting on a show instead of, I like your clothes, right? Like it's the way you put it together. But I don't do that a lot. I don't think, at least. Not that much. Relatively to the compliments given. I'm just like thinking about the perspective, right? We're just talking about the memory swapping, right? I remember being in South Africa with Jovan, but I don't remember any dresses. I don't remember any clothing at all. I remember that my clothing was gone, but that's pretty much the only clothing tabs I have open in my brain. Uh, love is true. I hope I'm not sounding like I'm trying to reduce the importance or the value of seeing that stuff in the world either. Like my mom, for example, is very, very focused on that. My mom has been told that people feel uncomfortable around her because every single time they walk up to my mom, they can see her scanning them from their feet all the way up to the top of their head. And my mom goes, yeah. And they told me that because that's what I do. And I told my mom that I don't do that as much. I usually am so awkward that I'm either in my own world or I'm giving you my full and undivided attention now. And I'm looking you directly in the eyeballs, right? Like that's almost my two states of existence. And it's a difference in perspective. Definitely. I love sharing music with my friends. I think it's like sending a love note. It's true. I'm curious about the song that he sent. Let's see if we can see the name from outside. Nope, we can't. Hey, bro, Bino. I'm trusting that this is a track, so I'll connect it to Tway and I'll play it, bro. Thank you for the blessings. Joy Vive said that she loves sharing music with friends. She thinks it's like sending a love note. So thanks, bro, for the love note. Appreciate it. He's gonna be so upset about that. He's gonna delete the link or something. I need to play it quickly. It wants me to sign up. I don't want to do that. Let's see if I've signed up before. Why does the air have to hurt me? Why does the air have to hurt to breathe? Why does the air? Oh, it's an infected mushroom track he sent me. Infected mushroom and white noise. Is it new? View song credits. That sounds like it might have information. No, just a big list of people. No date of publishing. I wish. I wish for this situation to cease. My histamines, stop. Stop it, histamines. Stop it. I say stop. I've had enough. You're not helping, histamines. Can you chillax? Can you chillax yourself, histamines? I say stop. I mean, thank you. Thank you, I say. Part of me wants to go and search when that song was released, but it doesn't really matter. It's an infected mushroom track, so it's going to be psychedelic. It's going to be doof to the doof. But infected mushroom also has a lot of melody going for their music as well. They're like taking you on journeys. Man, I don't know if this specific area is like extra stuffy, but I need to try and move. I don't know if there's going to be a better space for me to be, but it's no longer serving me being there. I'm going to put you down here. Might keep you closer to the internet. You should still have decent access to my voice though because of the microphone. Okay. Allergies get worse as you get older. I'm sorry. Say it and so. Say psych. Say, say psych right now. Say psych. Joy, come on. I was under the impression that allergies go away. Unironically, I literally believe that. I still want to believe that. I still want to believe that my allergies are gonna go away. And I hope that this is also not something uh, that I've not been vocal enough about. But allergies has been a part of my life for my entire existence. Literally, since the first days that we moved onto a farm, my allergies were in a state. Right, I would always have some sort of thing going on. I would drink antihistamines, not only because they were helping me with my allergies, but at some point I realized that I like the way they make me feel. So I knew that I would get hay fever like attacks. Like I would be like this. And then my mom would give me antihistamines. And then the antihistamines would make me feel all. And I was like, huh, how about that? How about that? But I did believe that the allergies would go away. Is it just because it's getting dry? Like I don't know if it's as simple as that. I want to believe that it is. It feels like the air is sharp. I need to just breathe, like breathe it anyway. That's kind of the way it be. I shall breathe. Your wood ceilings are beautiful. They are pretty artisanal. I think they only extend in like this main part of the house, and the rest of it is normal ceiling. Some parts of it has stained a lot of wear, but the parts of it that still look nice do look nice. Whew. Just the ponchos, of course. I think they allow for 2 check-on luggages for free. That's not a bad idea. Joe, did you get anything besides your ponchos? I would need to bring an extra empty suitcase for all the shopping. That's what I did for India. That's awesome, actually. I think you'd love it. I love sharing music. People say they feel underdressed when I'm around. Yeah, I think you should be proud of how you look and the way you dress for yourself, right? I think comfort is like a proud thing as well. Like you might gravitate towards comfort, and you achieving that comfort will make you proud. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dress the way that you want. Allergies got get worse, shorter. I've been eating pineapple and other citrus fruits that's supposed to help combat sinus stuffs.
There is a pineapple, I think, left. That might be an idea. Thank you, Siobhan, for putting it in my mind. Ha 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 ha. Yum hum 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 ha ha. Yum 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 yum. He says, enjoy. I thought of you instantly. Bro, I saw it said Infected Mushroom and White Noise track. I'm super excited to listen to it. Love you, bro. Thank you for sending it. Ah, the sneezes. Sneezy, sneezy. Ah, I want mercy. Can somebody give me peace? Yeah, I think I just need to have a change of setting. No, he's gonna eat the pineapple skin. Of course. Of course I'm gonna eat the pineapple skin. Let's see if eating some pineapple right now will help. Alright. I feel like I have permanent safety squints on. Oh yes. There's so much suckage. Lengthen your legs a bit. Here's a dog. Oh, thank you. Here's my little popper. Little Kobe. Oh man, it fucking sucks. Oh, thank you. No, I'm gonna totally eat some pineapple. It's helping. I was encouraged to eat pineapple for the sinuses.
Als dat je mag weten.
What do you mean?
Drink gimmer, kaneel, cayenne pepper, koeksoda, cinnamonsap en jelly. I wil iets eat!
You don't eat your pineapple like an apple? Oh.
I just don't eat pineapple.
Yeah, Shantae's allergic. Yeah, it's a little bit messy though.
Witness the fitness!
What's that?
Dis al wat se melk en kas was.
Like, probably true.
Ja, los ek melk en kas.
Shantae put this jar in the closet, and I've been looking at like, what is that?
Oh,
I don't know if friends have seen this before, but look at the way our little puppy lays on the ground.
hy lyk soos 'n plat aan.
Like his feet are behind him and crossed. That's surely something special. Look at that. Little legs he's crossed behind him. I'm being given a smell test. It smells like cream cheese.
That's a good sign.
Okay.
say like it was extra.
That's a tiny pineapple. It is. I think these are called queen pineapples. You sure? What are these?
I don't eat pineapple.
I'm pretty sure the small ones are the queens. Hey Google, what kind of variety are the smaller type of pineapples? Yeah, queen pineapples. Queen pineapples are smaller than most, only growing to around 5 inches tall. Yeah. Like I wasn't sure, but I had to make sure. But yeah, it's queen pineapples. She's like, look at how beautiful it is.
And you see the little chunks?
You strain the chunks out.
So, where you get in, when you make kombucha, you get a SCOBY, and your SCOBY is your main culture. In melkkefir and waterkefir, you get kernels.
Yeah, kernels is the right word. But does it serve this?
Make one big one. So, and it doesn't need sugar to survive or caffeine.
But those are still now live bacteria that you can start new cultures with.
So I'm just gonna do this and then I'm gonna add milk again.
Do you want to have all of that, or do you only use a bit of it?
All of that. But here's the rest of my culture.
Oh.
I used to make milk kefir in like the start of last year or the end of the year before that, and then I was just not in the mood to do that every day, so I took it out of the cupboard and put it in the freezer with some extra milk to keep it alive. And I was like, you know what? Let's try it again. And well, first try was, ooh, this smells great. So I think I've gotten the right texture again.
Do you drink like glasses full of it? How much do you drink of that? I'll have like a little shooter glass full of it.
It's basically yogi.
JS and Honest Mickey. I don't think I've seen these names before. Bless yous. Cute baby, isn't he? When the legs are straight back like that, it's so cute. Where's your sis? Ask her about her jumper. Oh, it's true. Joy, wie vra wat kos daai jumper ding van jou? It was on sale. I'll ask my mom. Honest Mickey. Hey bro, thank you for the gift membership. You need to say thank you to the one who gifted it. Mine isn't refreshing just yet here. Who was it? We call that splooting when the legs are straight back like that. It's cute. Is he still splooting? He's still gesplooted in the back there. Maximum sploot. Splootomatic. The legs are still back there. But he doesn't like being splooted when you give him back pets. Let's see if he's gonna unsploot. Where's your bottom? Nope, Splootian stays. Ah, he got bathed this morning as well.
Before school.
675 rands, Joy Vive. So like $32, $34, give or take. There's so much to learn from Shantae. Shantae is a wizard in the kitchen.
You know what they say?
What do they say? What did they say? Tell me.
Why is the queen the strongest player in chess? The strongest piece in chess?
Because she has her own way.
Because the chessboard looks like a kitchen floor.
This is a joke sponsored by Shantae. I'm in the audience. A gasp. looking to my sides to see if I should be more shocked.
If I could choose between voting and being a stay-at-home woman, I would just stay at home, raise kids, and have a chicken coop.
Yes.
But hey, that's not how society works. So it's all getting a job.
Oh, did you just say working?
Yeah, like.
Oh, she said if she had to choose between working. I thought you said if you had to choose between voting.
Yeah, voting still. But the reason why women got the chance to vote is because they started having corporal jobs. So when war ended, women went on strike to vote because the government wanted more tax incomers. So with votes, so in old days, men were the only ones to vote because men were the only ones going to war.
Okay, so
if you could choose who were to rule you, who was sending you to war,
you could draft
you could vote.
Yeah.
So that's why men could vote and women couldn't, because we weren't allowed, or we couldn't go to war. And then, what the fuck, But in any case, so when women started to vote, they also had to start getting jobs to increase the taxes to pay off war debts.
Yeah. But I feel like you're putting one thing before the other. Like, it's good for women to have voting rights. This is general good. And I feel like we shouldn't be being like, yeah, one is better than the other. Right? You can have voting rights and be a stay-at-home mom if you wanted to.
Yeah, I do want that.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose, like, I had to pick one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work. And even if, like, these days, like, even if you wanted to have kids, you're still gonna have to work, kind of vibes. Let me try it just as is for now. I thought you said protein. Heb je protein gezegd, Chantal? Oh, if you had to choose between protein and vote and staying at home as a mom.
Yeah, then I would still choose staying at home. It's basically sugarless yogi sip, but it's a more potent taste because it has more bacteria than yogurt does. I think yogurt has something like up to 10 different types of cultures, where kefir has up to 25. So it's better for your gut.
I'm drinking 25 different organisms. Here their screens.
I can't remember the exact number.
Yeah, it's not bad. But it is.
Oh, and you can make another fermentation, like you can do with kombucha, and then it becomes fizzy milk. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know. Those are ideas assigned to the cursed section of reality. Fizzy milk. Only land-owning men could vote here back in the day. Yeah. And those land-owning men really liked having stay-at-home wives. They really liked it. So much so that they spent a lot of time trying to convince people that that's what they want as well. Pepe, she's licking that spot on her tail again. I don't know what happened there. I've never seen that.
Don't was jaloers op Ivan.
No, that that happened before, like, Ivan. Probably what she's doing right now. Look at that. Like, she's chewing on a new spot. Probably some sort of itch that she's trying to get at. I'ma blow Shantae's mind. I work from home and have the right to vote. Hey, there you go, Shantae. Look at that.
Now I know that's an option. I am aware of that fact.
Shantae is more like, I'd rather would have oppression and not go to work.
Depression.
Oppression.
Well,
Yes, please oppress me, so I don't have to go and vote and work. I just want to stay at home and be a mom. No, no, please. You might get what you're wishing for, Shantae, especially if the world is gonna keep going the way it's going right now. Believe you me, I don't think that's gonna be equitable.
Oh, this is like a manier om te drink.
She's putting squirrelos, right?
So
We were
it's
just
basically
like milk powder.
Yep.
Like, oh yes, this healthy ingredient called milk kefir. You know, it's good for your
just add
microbiome.
some sugar and then it's more drinkable.
Let's put some stuff in it.
For you.
I don't know if it's still good for you anymore if you do that. It's true. But you're also feeding the bacteria that feeds on those kinds of sugars. And I don't know if you know this, but unfortunately, they produce 80% of the serotonin we have in our bodies. Yep. Which means
I know. Healthy gut, healthy mind.
which means
I know that too.
they tell you what they want. And if you feed the ones that want sugar, they'll tell you, I want sugar. And your brain will be like, okay, I'll sugar. If you say so, microbiome, I'll eat more sugar. And I'm not innocent. I hope that's very clear. I definitely have bad microbiome as it relates to that specific point. But you know, I don't know if we should encourage them. Freaking microbiomes. Let's see if the air is fresher out here. I think it helped, to be honest though. Taking a couple of bites out of that pineapple definitely felt like it was like a pause button. I don't know if it like took it away, but it did pause the situation that was going on. They say the stomach is your second brain. They're so connected. You have neurons in your gut and in your heart. Literal neurons. As above, so below. We did say that a little bit earlier as well. It very much is truth. It's truth. Absolutely. Like that conversation caught me off guard though, a little bit. I'm still like taken aback a bit. Um, yeah, I think we can just move on. He likes his belly on the cold floor. We call it fluting or frogging. Nice. More fractals. Love frogging. I'm going to use that. That's so much to learn for Shantae. Only land owning. Yes. Thank you. Not better for my gut. I'm lactose intolerant. Hey Google. Is most of the lactose consumed in the process of making milk kefir? I wonder. Lactose in kefir. The culture yeast on the culture's feast on the lactose and convert it into the tangy lactic acid we find in milk kefir or yogurt. Because the lactose is consumed in the fermenting process, any cultured dairy product is lower in lactose than the milk before culturing. Yeah, lower in lactose, but probably not zero in lactose. So yeah. But I did wonder because I know they eat something and sugar is their preferred. And lactose is like a type of sugar. Shantae would like Ali Wong comedy. She has a bit on staying in the kitchen. She probably would. Uh, the way I see that whole conversation, the way my mind is trying to understand it at least, is that Shantae is coming to the point in life where people are asking her questions about what she's gonna do with her life. And one of the things that Shantae thought she would do with her life is get married and have kids. All right. And it's dawning on her that that's not guaranteed in the same way as it used to be. All right. The expectation was there. Like all of my cousins have this ambition to be married by the time they're 21 and 22. 17, 18, 19-year olds. Right? They're not, one of them is in a relationship, by the way. Not one of them is actually in a committed relationship, but all of them want to be married by their 21 or 22. And I'm like, all right, how do you have those goals, but you don't even have the person you want to get married to yet? And they have it in their minds that that is what they want, right? That is what they need to have. That is going to be good for them. That is going to be the thing they don't want to lose, right? And the loss that dawns on them if they don't get that is surreal to see. I don't want that for Shantae. That's what I'm thinking about. Jeez. They say the stomach is your second brain, so connected is true again. I'm gonna finish this vertical stream for today, though. Start up the horizontal one. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me. It's always a dear pleasure having you here. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.